各位同学，大家好，我是弘光科技大学应用英语系蒋小珍，欢迎收看今天英文翻译2的第17讲播出。上一次我们谈了分句、合句与拆译法，今天要谈最后的翻译技巧与方法——从句翻译。我们要分2次来谈。那么这一周呢，先谈从句翻译1，下一次我们要谈从句翻译2。首先，欢迎跟我一块主持节目的王教授。
各位同学，大家好，我是东吴大学英文系王安琪。所谓从句翻译，就是英文从属子句的翻译方法与技巧。从属子句是中文比较少见的。首先来看 Part 1 Principles of Translation 翻译原理。
我们这学期教了很多翻译的技巧与方法，我们来复习一下。有单句同步转换，有单句局部非同步转换，词类转换、增词法、省略法、词语义引申翻译、正反转换法、重复法、成语套用替代翻译、解释补足译法、音译法、主动、被动句法、分句、合句与拆译法。
从属子句 subordinate clauses 包括3大类：第一，名词子句；第二，形容词子句；第三，副词子句。今天先谈名词子句和形容词子句，下周再谈副词子句。译文中子句的位置应该依照译入法的语法习惯而做前后移动或调整。以下分别举例说明。第一，名词子句，第一种是 that 引导的名词子句，譬如 that she is still in love with him is certain。
他仍爱着她是确实的。这个 that 子句作为主词，按照原文顺序放在前面来翻译。
That the victim is still alive is a relief to us all。
受难者仍然活着，让大家松一口气。That 子句作为主词，也是放在前面。
That she has to be careful about her table manners is obvious。
很明显的，她该注意自己的餐桌礼仪。That 子句作为主词，但是翻译成中文时候需要移位到后面。
The thought that he will provide us with money gives us faith and courage。
他会资助我们金钱的这种想法，给了我们信心和勇气。That 子句是 thought 的同位语，但需要移位到前面，以解释说明他会资助我们金钱的这种想法。
The belief that the future will be better is unfounded。
未来会更好的信念是无根据的。That 子句是 belief 的同位语，也是需要移到前面。
I thought it impossible that he could succeed。
我认为他要成功是不可能的事。It 是一个虚主词， that 子句才是真正主词。翻译时候需要移位到前面来恢复当主词。
It is a fact that modern cities are too big to control。
现代都市大得难以控制，这是一项事实。It 它是一个虚主词， that 这个子句呢也才是真正主词，需要移位到前面哦。
第二种是 if whether 引导的名词子句，譬如 whether he will succeed is doubtful。
他是否会成功还不知道。这 whether 子句做主词，我们可以按照原文的顺序来翻译。
Whether there are other creatures on other planets is still unknown。
其他星球上是否有另类生物，仍是未知数。这个 whether 子句作为主词，那我们也可以按照原文顺序翻译。
Let me know if you accept the proposal。
如果你接受这项提议，告诉我。if 子句作为受词，但按照我们中文语法习惯，这个如果呢，我们都需要移到前面来翻。
第三种是疑问代名词 who、whom、whose、which 引导的名词子句，譬如 Tell me who will win and who will lose。
告诉我谁会赢，谁会输。who 子句作为受词，我们就可以按照原文的顺序来翻译。
Don't ask me the question of who will go and who will stay。
不要问我谁要走，谁要留的问题。who 子句作为受词，但按照中文的语法习惯，我们需要移位到前面。
I wonder to whom she is talking。
我怀疑她在和谁说话。whom 子句是做受词，我们可以按照原文顺序来翻。
I wasn't sure whose answer was right。
我不确定谁的解答是对的。这个 who 子句呢是作为受词，我们也可以按照原文的顺序来翻译。
She asked me which I wanted to buy。
她问我要买哪一个。这个 which 子句它是做受词，也就是说呢，可以按照原文顺序来翻。
第四种是疑问副词子句 when、where、why、how 引导的名词子句，譬如 She wanted to know when the accident happened。
她想知道车祸何时发生的。when 子句作为受词，按着原文顺序翻就可以了。
That's where you are wrong。
那就是你错的地方。这 where 子句是一个补语，也可以按原文顺序翻。
The question why the boy was punished was ignored。
男孩为何被罚？这问题被忽略了。why 子句作为同位语，我们需要移位到前面。
How the movie will sell depends on its director。
影片卖座情况取决于导演。这个 how 子句我们作为主词，在这里我们就按原文的顺序翻。
第五种是复合关系代名词 what、whatever、whoever 引导的名词子句，譬如 Honesty is what counts most。
诚实是最重要的。what 子句作为补语，我们按原文顺序翻。
I don't care whatever he can give me。
我不在乎他能给我什么。Whatever 这个子句也是一个受词，就照原文顺序翻就好了。
Whoever denied the invitation was a fool。
不论何人拒绝这项邀约，都是傻瓜。Whoever 这个子句是主词，我们按原文顺序翻。
第二类是形容词子句。第一种，关系代名词 who、whose、which、that 引导的形容词子句，譬如 If you can't do it，I will find someone who can。
如果你不会做这事，我会找到能做的人。Who can 这个子句修饰 someone， 所以我们把它移到前置词的前面来翻。
The girl who sat on the bench became pale suddenly。
坐在长椅上的女孩突然脸色变得苍白。这个 who 子句是修饰 girl， 所以我们移到前置词的前面来翻。
She is a novelist whose fame is worldwide。
她是一位举世闻名的小说家。whose 子句修饰的 novelist 也要移至这个前置词前面来翻。
The painting which was stolen was a genuine Picasso。
失窃的那幅画是毕卡索的真迹。which 子句是修饰 painting， 我们把它移至前置词前面来翻。
He was the first European who trod on Chinese soil。
他是第一位踏上中国土地的欧洲人。who 子句是修饰 European， 那把它移至前面的前置词来翻。
Last week, he received the letter that announced the death of his family in the earthquake。
上周他收到那封信，说他家人在地震中罹难。that 子句修饰 letter， 此处翻译时不必把这个 that 子句移到前置词前面来翻，我们就按原文顺序翻就可以了。
We are a nation that must strive to stay free。
我们的国家必须努力奋斗才有自由。that 子句是修饰这个 nation， 那么此处翻译呢，你不必移到前面这个前置词前面去翻哈，照原文的顺序就很顺了。
第二种是关系副词 why、where 引导的形容词子句，譬如 The reason why he was put behind bars remains unknown。
他被捕入狱的理由依然不知。 why 子句修饰 reason， 我们移到前面的前置词之前来翻。
They are striving for an ideal society where everyone has an opportunity to develop his talent and where everyone is given equal human rights.
他们正在为一个理想的社会而努力，在这个社会中，人人有机会发挥才能，人人有天赋平等人权。这边有2个会儿子句，都是修饰 society， 因为句型太长，没有办法把2个会儿子句都移至前置词之前来翻，所以呢，我们需要分段，并且要重复这个 society。会儿子句呢放在前置词之后面来翻。所以从以上的例子我们可以看出，从属子句中的名词子句、形容词子句，它们在译文中的位置会视译文的语法而做前后这个调整来移动。接着我们来看 Part 2 Famous Quotations 中外名言。我们试试看今天教的从句翻译来翻译今天的中外名言。
The world is what our hearts take to it.
我们心所向处便是世界。
A learned man is an idler who kills time by study.
博学之人难以读书而消磨时间的惰汉。
He who is afraid of asking is ashamed of learning.
未问者耻于学。接着我们看 Part 3 Dialogue 英文会话。在观看这一段绘画之前，我们先解说绘画中的一些词汇和片语 vocabulary expressions， 来帮助同学们了解内容。
Zoo,
动物园。
Smoky,
斯莫奇，美国50年代著名小熊。
Membership card,
会员卡。
Point out,
指出。
Cage,
笼子。
Puzzled,
困惑的。
Set somebody straight,
让某人搞懂。
Straight,
直的。
Hazy,
有薄雾的，朦胧的。
The Capitol,
美国国会大厦。
Smithsonian Institution,
史密斯苏尼亚研究中心。
Statue of Liberty,
自由女神像。
Iwo Jima Memorial,
硫磺岛战役纪念碑。
Impression,
印象。
Dedication,
奉献。
Ira Hamilton Hayes,
艾拉汉米尔顿海耶斯，美国印第安裔军人。
Alcoholism,
酗酒。
Portray,
描写。
Stage play,
舞台剧。
Flick,
电影。
Determine,
决定。
Exactly,
确实地。
Prone,
辅导的。
Ditch,
沟。
Esophageal varices,
食道静脉曲张。
Deteriorate,
恶化。
Autopsy,
验尸。
Accumulate,
累积。
Arrest,
逮捕。
Comprehend,
理解。
Inebriated,
酒醉的。
Intoxicate,
使人喝醉。
Stoned,
恍恍惚惚的。
Apparently,
很明显地。
Jogging suit,
慢跑装。
Collapse,
倒。
Chilly,
寒冷的。
Ministry of Justice,
法务部。
Sergeant,
警官。
Wino,
喜爱葡萄酒者。
Presume,
推论。
Padded,
装有垫子的。
Cell,
小牢房。
Dried out,
酒醒。
Swallow,
吞咽。
Depict,
描写。
John Wayne,
约翰维恩演员。
Version,
版本。
Flag,
旗子。
Mount Suribachi,
折本山。硫磺岛上最高山。
Peak,
达到高峰。
Indian Reservation.
印第安保留区。今天我们的绘画是发生在美国华盛顿 DC， 我们会看到一些地标的建筑物，还有那个纪念碑。
It's been a long time, to tell you the truth. I can't remember if we came here even then. The zoo for sure since read about the Smoky and request membership cards. My folks pointed out his cage.
Then when you got back home, you were puzzled about what came in the mail.
My father set me straight. Bears can't write letters.
Your memory is probably hazy at best, like mine. I recall quite a few government buildings, like the Capitol, along with the Smithsonian Institution and a mini Statue of Liberty. As for this Iwo Jima Memorial, my mind holds no impression.
Mine either, not from that time. I caught an old video of its dedication. It showed the real Ira Hamilton Hayes, the one on the far left, just weeks before his death.
From his alcoholism, wasn't it? That's how he was portrayed in a TV stage play, along with a couple of fleeks.
No one ever determined exactly why. He was found lying prone, face down in a ditch, with a bit of blood that had come from his mouth.
Then it could have been esophageal varices, or drowning, or just plain shock, or
a fight over a card game was mentioned as well. By then, nobody cared much for him. He came home a local war hero and deteriorated into a neighborhood drunk, such that no one could see the point of an autopsy.
And accumulated at least 51 arrests, which was hard for our Taiwanese students to comprehend. Being inebriated in public, intoxicated, stoned, whatever you want to call it, apparently isn't a crime in their society, unless someone is injured. What about those two in the jogging suits, the guys who collapsed right outside a police station? One of them was barefoot on a chilly November night in Jingmei.
And a second in a flower bed outside the Ministry of Justice downtown. I went in and told some people that I couldn't understand Taiwanese, which I still can't. The first one I reported to the desk sergeant. He and I carried the window inside.
After which you and Lori left for Xindian, such that you never saw what was done with him, just presumed he'd be locked in a padded cell until he dried out. A cultural difference, maybe? Even well-read, well-traveled students found it difficult to swallow, as we both heard.
As hard as for us to understand why not. I'm not sure if he was depicted that way by John Wayne's version in the late 1940s, when Hayes and two others from the flag raising played their own parts and used the actual flag from Mount Siribati.
Then he peaked at age 22 and returned to that Indian reservation where so many battle the same problem to this day.
It's been a long time, to tell you the truth. I can't remember if we came here even then. The zoo for sure since read about the Smoky and request membership cards. My folks pointed out his cage.
Then when you got back home, you were puzzled about what came in the mail.
My father set me straight. Bears can't write letters.
Your memory is probably hazy at best, like mine. I recall quite a few government buildings, like the Capitol, along with the Smithsonian Institution and a mini Statue of Liberty. As for this Iwo Jima Memorial, my mind holds no impression.
Mine either, not from that time. I caught an old video of its dedication. It showed the real Ira Hamilton Hayes, the one on the far left, just weeks before his death.
From his alcoholism, wasn't it? That's how he was portrayed in a TV stage play, along with a couple of fleeks.
No one ever determined exactly why. He was found lying prone, face down in a ditch, with a bit of blood that had come from his mouth.
Then it could have been esophageal varices, or drowning, or just plain shock, or
a fight over a card game was mentioned as well. By then, nobody cared much for him. He came home a local war hero and deteriorated into a neighborhood drunk, such that no one could see the point of an autopsy.
And accumulated at least 51 arrests, which was hard for our Taiwanese students to comprehend. Being inebriated in public, intoxicated, stoned, whatever you want to call it, apparently isn't a crime in their society, unless someone is injured. What about those two in the jogging suits, the guys who collapsed right outside a police station? One of them was barefoot on a chilly November night in Jingmei.
And a second in a flower bed outside the Ministry of Justice downtown. I went in and told some people that I couldn't understand Taiwanese, which I still can't. The first one I reported to the desk sergeant. He and I carried the window inside.
After which you and Lori left for Xindian, such that you never saw what was done with him, just presumed he'd be locked in a padded cell until he dried out. A cultural difference, maybe? Even well-read, well-traveled students found it difficult to swallow, as we both heard.
As hard as for us to understand why not. I'm not sure if he was depicted that way by John Williams' version in the late 1940s, when Hayes and two others from the flag raising played their own parts and used the actual flag from Mount Siribati.
Then he peaked at age 22 and returned to that Indian reservation where so many battle the same problem to this day.
好，我们从刚刚绘画挑一些 questions 来问同学。
Question 1. What does this conversation take place? A. Tokyo. B. Miami. C. Washington. D. New York.
C. Washington.
Question 2. What do we learn about these people? A. They have lived in the Far East. B. They hold doctoral degrees. C. They have served in the military. D. They are interested in politics.
A. They have lived in the Far East.
What relation are these people? A. Cousins. B. Spouses. C. Siblings. D. We can tell from the story.
D. We can tell from the story.
Question 4. What do these people look at during the dialogue? A. Movie. B. Monument. C. Newspaper. D. Storm.
B. Monument. 最后我们来看 Part 4. Let's practice 句型翻译练习。我们从刚才的英文绘画里面挑一些句型出来，来做句型翻译练习。
例句 My folks pointed out his cage.
我的家人指出了他的笼子。Point out 指出，指给某人看。麦特在地图上指出他家的农场。
Matt pointed out his family farm on the map. Matt pointed out his family farm at the map.
看哪个错了？对，应该是 on the map， 不是 at 哈。我们另外翻翻看。
Matt showed us the location of his family farm on a map.
Location 是地点的意思。他指出我们只有10分钟的休息时间。
He pointed out that we only had a 10 minutes break. He pointed out that we only had a 10-minute break.
我们看哪个错？第一个错哈。当这个 10 minute 当形容词的时候 s 不能有哈，要跟第二句一样。来，我们另外翻翻看。
He reminded us that we could take 10 minutes off, no more.
Reminded 也是提醒我们的意思 ，off 就是休息了。
例句 Then, when you got back home, you were puzzled about what came in the mail.
然后当你回到家时，你很困惑，不知邮件里有什么。我们看 be puzzled 困惑的。人们对于新的政策感到困惑。提示一下，对什么感到困惑是 be puzzled over。
People were puzzled over the new policy. People were puzzled over the new policy.
我们看哪一个错？第二个要 were puzzled， 要过去分词哈。 另外翻翻看
The novel policy caused widespread confusion.
，novel 也是新的意思，新的政策。widespread confusion 就大范围的一个混乱。我感到困惑，他竟无法解决这简单的问题。
I was puzzled that he can't solve this simple question. I was puzzled that he couldn't solve this simple question.
看哪一个错了？第一个错，前面 was puzzled 的是过去式，你要用 couldn't， 不能用 can't。另外翻翻看
Why he failed to resolve such an easy problem was beyond me.
failed to 就是失败，没有办法做成什么事情。
例句 No one ever determined exactly why.
没有人断定究竟为了什么。determine 是判定、决定，该由学生来判定是否必须停课。提示一下，停课是 suspension。
It is for the students to determine whether the suspension is necessary. It is for the students to determine the suspension is necessary or not.
我们看这 whether 不能丢掉哈，一定要放上去哈。好，另外翻翻看
The students themselves must decide if this will warrant suspension.
好 warrant 就保证的意思。你的健康是由你的生活方式所决定。
Your healthy is determined by your lifestyle. Your health is determined by your lifestyle.
看哪边错了？第一个 your health 我们要用名词，不是用形容词 healthy。另外翻翻看
Keeping well has a behavioral base.
好 keeping well 就是说保持健康。
例句 and accumulated at least 51 arrests, which was hard for our Taiwanese students to comprehend.
累积了51次的逮捕记录，这对台湾学生来说是难以理解的。Hard for someone to do something， 对某人来说从事某个事很难，对年轻人来说找份好工作很难。
It's hard for young people to get good jobs. It is hard for young people to get good jobs.
看哪一个错了？第一个错了 ，it is 不能省略。另外翻翻看
Youth face a tough time landing employment.
，youth 是年轻人的意思 ，tough times 很困难哈。好，我们看下面，冬天早起对我来说很难。
It is hard for me to get up early in winter. It is hard for me to get up in winter early.
看哪一个错了？第二个错哈，要 get up early 放前面比较顺。另外翻翻看，
Cold weather makes me want to stay in bed.
好，我们说 stay in bed 就是在床上不想起床哈。
例句 Just presumed he be locked in a padded cell until he dried out.
于是就推论他会被关在软壁牢房，直到酒醒为止吧。我们看 presume 是推论，我推测他已经到了伦敦。
I presume he has already arrived London. I presume he has already arrived in London.
看哪个错？第一个错 ，arrive in 不能省略。另外翻翻看，
He should have landed at Heathrow by now, I should think.
好，我们看 landed 就是着陆或者到达的意思。这个 Heathrow 这是一个伦敦非常有名的机场 ，Heathrow 这 airport 就到伦敦了。好，各位同学，我们今天先谈到这里。我们今天谈了名词子句跟形容词子句，下次我们要谈从句翻译2第2部分，要谈副词子句的翻译法。再见啦，拜拜，
拜拜。